We didn't want to start with that.
All right, you ready? Tell me when you're ready. Good evening, everybody. All right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to this historic Township Committee meeting. First, everybody please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting, specifically the time, date, and public call-in information were included in the meeting that was electronically sent to the Echo Sentinel, Morris Daily Record, and posted on the Township website. The agenda and public handouts can be viewed online at www.longhillnj.gov. A public comment period will be held in the order it is listed on the meeting agenda. Committeeman Lavender, unfortunately, is unable to make it tonight. Committeewoman Riker-Iline. Here. Committeeman Verleza.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Paserchia.
Present.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yeah, here. All right, so I know most of you are here for the NJAW presentation, but before that, first of all, I'd like this, as I said, it's a historic night because tonight we are going to swear in our first female police chief in Long Hill Township history. And as some of our chiefs from other towns will attest to, she will be the only female police chief in Morris County currently. So just to give you a quick background, Alexis is from the finest part of town, Lower Sterling.
Challenge.
Yes. Watchung Hills class of 1993. She went to Marist College. She also got a master's degree from the #1 basketball team in the Big East, Seton Hall University. Thank you, guys. She also has a certified public manager from Rutgers University. Alexis has a NJSA COP Command Executive Training certification. She's obviously rose through all the ranks. From sergeant, she was in the Detective Bureau for a while. She was lieutenant in 2017, and she's been the officer in charge since November 2022. Now, obviously, for those of you in the audience, you know that a few years ago we had some issues, and thanks to Lieutenant Chambrillo and also Lieutenant Marcheski, who's here tonight, they inherited an administrative mess. Luckily, they cleaned everything up with the help of the other 20-something members of the department, and now we're at a place tonight where the township has been asking for a chief, the department has been asking for a chief, and now it's time to appoint a chief. So without further ado, I would like to bring up proclamations, which is ordinance or resolution? Resolution 25-230, appointing Alexis Chambrillo as the Chief of Police of Long Hill Township. Can I have a second?
Second.
Committeewoman Riker-Iline. Yes. Committeeman Verleza.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchia.
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. So now I invite Lieutenant Chambrillo to come up front. And luckily, we have with some distinguished guests, Assemblywoman Matsakudis and Assemblywoman Munoz, and I believe they're going to administer the oath.
And you want to? Okay. You're going to read. You're going to hold? I don't know.
You're going to put your hand out first. Do you have a family member?
It's up to you. It's up to her. I'm going to take pictures and let you go. And then you guys share. Okay? I'll hold up for you. Okay.
Yes.
I was going to put her hand up. Raise your right hand. You hold it? Want me to help you? You have to raise your hand. Okay. Repeat after. I state your name.
I, Alexis Chambrillo,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of New Jersey.
and the state of New Jersey,
That I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Chief of Police of the Township of Long Hill Police Department. Here. All the duties of the highlighted part.
Okay.
Chief,
All of the duties of the Chief of Police of the Township of Long Hill Police Department,
there's a lot of words. According to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
And that I will not use my office
and that I will not use my office
to grant preferential treatment,
to grant preferential treatment,
nor to seek personal gain,
nor to seek personal gain,
favor, or advantage
favor, or advantage
not available to the general public.
not available to the general public.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And while they're signing the paper, I'd just like to thank all the officers, obviously from Long Hill Township. Great turnout, everybody. From our fellow towns, we have people from Berkeley Heights, Warren, Watchung, Elizabeth, Dover, Florham Park, and probably other places that I didn't see. It means a lot to see you guys come and support us, and we'll support you when need be. So thank all of you for coming. And of course, Cameron, for sure.
We also would like to present Alexis, or Chief Alexis, with a resolution from District 21, which we will read to you. We both have our contact lenses in here, so we're like, it's a commendations and praise are extended to Alexis Chambrello by the citizenry of the 21st New Jersey Legislative District through their elected representatives, Senator John Bramnick, Assemblywoman Munoz, and Assemblywoman Matsakudis, in recognition of her already 26 years of exemplary and faithful service to the citizens of Long Hill Township, and in celebration of her appointment in the position of Chief of Police by the Long Hill Township Committee on October 8th, 2025. Congratulations.
Alexis, if you want to hold this and that, and we can take nice pictures.
Yeah, the whole committee should go down.
And if the township committee wants to come on down and take a nice picture with the new chief? That would be appropriate.
It's not?
Yeah, if you guys want to come out, we can have that. One, two, three, right here. Thank you.
All right, everybody else is welcome to stay as long as they want for our exciting agenda. Oh, more pictures. You can still stay. Hold on. Chief Chambrello would like to address the crowd.
Well, let it get the pictures too.
wanted to thank everyone so much for the support tonight. The showing in the room is absolutely incredible. I would like to thank the administrator and the rest of the Township Committee for tonight. And thank you to both Assemblywomen for coming and swearing me in. Thank you so much to all the chiefs and other officers from other towns that have come. Thank you to the Lieutenant Marcheski, all the sergeants, and all the officers of the department. It's truly a team effort to actually get the job done. I wanted to give a big thank you to my family. Your support has meant a lot. My father would have loved to have seen this moment, but unfortunately he couldn't. I also wanted to thank all the volunteers, the first aid and fire departments, and everybody else from town that has come out tonight to support me. I'm hoping for great things moving forward. And for anyone that would like, there is an area in the back of the Sterling Hotel that is ready if you would like to join us afterwards. Thank you.
Mike.
How are you, Chief? Pleasure. Nice to meet you. On the way home from that swing this morning. No. I know that. Yes, that's important. Hey, I suffered some of those swings and hours myself. But I really appreciate you guys saying Good job. I didn't cost you any money. So I'm one of them. I was pretty quiet. I got like 6 years and went home. Great to see you, Chief. Thank you. No, Mike, I meant you, actually. Thanks for watching my back. Hey, so you know the crowd. Sure. You know what? What's That's a tough act. That's what I
Hey,
thought.
Matt, let's get him up. Let's get him up. Let's go. Let's get this moving.
Kyle,
Let's get
come
it going.
on down. Next, we are doing the presentation of New Jersey American Water. You're all right. Hopefully the microphone's working.
I think we lost our audience here.
Tom, you get a front row seat, buddy. Well, you're from London, so you got to go get a beer, right?
All right, so for the people paying attention at home, we have Kyle and I know it's Mr. Patel?
Yes.
From New Jersey American Water here to give us an update on the condition of the sewer plant and at least the plan moving forward. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I just want to start by thanking
You have to use the mic. I'm sorry, the microphone's
Aim it up here.
whatever you need to do.
Are we good now?
I think. But
We may need to call the police to keep this crowd quiet.
Wait, turn it up too. No, I mean, no, yeah.
Yes, yes, angle it.
There we go. Just want to start by thanking the committee for inviting us again. I think this is really a great opportunity for us. I came with Manoj, Mr. Patel. He is the senior manager for our statewide sewer operations and does oversee the employees here at the Long Hill plant, as well as a lot of the capital program. I recently took another position within the company, so wanted to take this opportunity to introduce Manoj Patel. He'll be the point of contact moving forward. He's going to provide the update here for everybody today, so I'll pass it off to him, but just want to give a sincere thank you to everybody during my tenure here helping out, and I am not going anywhere. My office isn't changing, just a different department. So if there's anything the town or the committee needs, please continue to reach out to me anytime.
Thank you,
So,
Tom. Thank you for
I'll hand it over to Manoj.
Thank you for coming in because it's an important update, so the public wants to know. Mr. Patel, the floor is yours.
I'm sorry.
You're on. The floor is yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Good evening, and thank you, Mayor and the Deputy Mayor, for allowing us provide an update on the capital program on the sewer as well as the sewer extension that we're making and the sewer ban. So I'd like to start first with the capital program that we have implemented since the takeover of the township sewer system. We have made multi-million dollars of investment. As you may be aware, we've been updating the committee as well as the folks. We have made multi-million dollars of investment, and I'd like to kind of go over the list just so that you know what they involve. So first of all, the biggest project that we have done at the treatment plant is the filter improvement that will allow us treat the flow in a proper manner, as well as, we have some issues with I&I, so that those filters allow us to process, additional flow. So we have made that investment, and that project is complete. We're just addressing some punch list items. There are some smaller equipment upgrades along with that have been completed. We have done some smaller other projects to enhance the safety of the plant as well as safety of the workers. And we have made some walkway around the clarifiers. We have also installed some odor control system as well as cover over the sludge tanks because we were getting some odor complaint from nearby residences. So to address that, we have put an odor control system as well as the covers on the tanks. We also upgraded clarifiers. That's been complete. We have added a packle system and numerous other projects to help us treat the sewage properly and stay in compliance. Now, going forward, we do have some more projects planned. One of them would be changing the process water system to enhance the screening system. We are changing the sludge thickener. We're changing the sludge thickener to allow us, reduce the quantity of sludge hauled from the plant. We have a plan for alkalinity feed system improvements, and also improvements to the ultraviolet system as well as the flow meter. So there are numerous projects that the plant still will be going on for the next couple of years, and that's all to just make sure that we operate the plant in a compliant way, and also provide the best service that we can to the town. Outside the treatment plant, we have done some pump station upgrades, Morristown Station as well as Clover Hill. Those upgrades have been complete, and then we're also working on some smaller projects at other 6 pump stations. So mostly they involve rehabilitation of the building as well as some safety improvements, and we're also upgrading the equipment, the pumps, the SCADA system, and all other ancillary systems that come with the pump station. So we're doing that too, and that will continue for next couple of days. Next couple of years. Out in the system, in the collection system, we have a cleaning and lining program going on. Currently, it's an annual program, and we have made to date, by the end of this year, actually, we will have about $19+ million of investment in cleaning the sewer mains and lining them, and that's all to reduce the I&I, inflow and infiltration, that actually gets into the system and ends up at the treatment plant and just overwhelms the plant. So we've been making a lot of headways in that, and there's a good, I think, benefit of that program we're seeing. We're seeing the reduction in some of the stations. There are now, they were used to be in a high level after a heavy rain for days. Now we see that those high levels going down within a day, within 24 hours. So that means that we're trying to reduce, or we have addressed some of the major areas where we had cleaning and inflow and infiltration issues. So that's about the capital program projects that we have implemented, as well as we have planned for the future years. Any questions
Mr.
on
Mayor,
that?
could I? So I think in the beginning you said it was 14 million. I don't know, because there was still some noise. 14 million by year end, it'll be 19 million. Roughly.
It would be 19 million in the collection system. Just the collection system line, cleaning and lining.
All
And
right.
we have other, probably, $20 million at the treatment plant, I guess.
Right, and okay, I won't pin that down too much. The reason why I bring it up, and we have some members of the public here who will remember this, and certainly some of the members of the committee, that's well more than double where the plan had been. And when we spoke to the public all those years ago, what we said is we knew what the unknown. Which defense secretary said that? Rumsfeld, right? It was something about we know what we know what we don't know, but we don't know what we don't know. His point is, we didn't know what would come down the pipe, nor did you, because you could only do whatever diligence you could in assessing the system. The main reason why we knew we had to sell the system is exactly what you're describing tonight. I saw Kyle going like this when I was saying numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers are well through. We knew we had to spend 30 million over 20 years. That's what we knew. But what we were really fearful of is what you're describing tonight. So the public made a great decision when they voted in referendum to sell the sewer system 70% or 69% to 31%. And you are fulfilling that promise. So as partners, we appreciate that.
And we do appreciate your support too, and I think staying with us, because it's not an easy task to do. It's challenging, and I think everybody's support. We've been doing it.
And another reason why we sold to the public, and then we spoke to the public about it, is we were aware, at least we believed, that the regulations that came out of the DEP would get stricter, and they have in fact gotten stricter. So that's something that as partners you are handling, us as a municipality. And I remember I spoke to many mayors throughout the state about the sale of the system, and they said, no. And I said, you don't understand what's coming down the pike. And I'll tell you, earlier this year, or maybe it was the end of last year, I spoke on a panel in front of maybe 40 new mayors. There were like 40 new mayors that were there. And I spoke about the sale of the sewer system. 5 years ago or 8 years ago, I would have heard crickets. You would have thought I was a rock star, but it was Long Hill, not Guy Pacercia. There was a line of mayors, no joke, 15 mayors that came running up. How did you do it? What do we need to do? And I'm talking about towns with well-maintained systems, which we did not have in that moment because we had 25 years. It wasn't members of this committee. We had 25 years of neglect. And I remember I spoke to the then BPU president, I won't mention his name, and he said, if you haven't maintained your system over a 25-year period, you must sell. You have no choice. But now, you can read it. There was I don't think they sold to NJ American Water. There's a town down south, just announced yesterday, that sold their sewer system. And I promise you, it's gonna be a cavalcade of towns that get out of the sewer business. So I applaud the township committee. More importantly, I applaud the residents of Long Hill. They were smart enough to see what was coming. So well done.
And thank you for your words. With that, I'd like to touch on the expansion, sewer expansion. I'm sorry.
No, not done. We're gonna answer my question.
Okay.
Yes, we thought you were done, that's why.
All right. Sewer expansion project. So it is in full motion. We have completed design of sewer extension in several streets in the town. I don't have the whole list. I mean, I do have it, but unless you guys want it, I can just go through the list. But there are major streets that we have already designed the sewer for, extension for, and current schedule is to start construction later this year, early next year. With that sewer expansion projects, we've been making about, I would say, $3 to $5 million per year. That's what we have planned for sewer expansion projects, and that's going to continue for next.
How many years would that be?
So the way we are targeting the sewer expansion is we have 3 different categories of areas. Mm-hmm. Category 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if anybody remembers it. Category 1 is the easiest one, and that's where we have sewer already. And we've been, as soon as we lift the sewer ban, we can allow, the applicants to make an application. We review them and approve their connections. Category 2 is where it's in the service area, but we don't have sewer, so that's where we're extending. So right now, I don't know the exact schedule, but it's going to be continuous. We're going to complete the design, get the permits, and construct. And then another phase will start. So I would say
DEP, not Long Hill.
DEP permits, yeah. We need to get TWA permits. And other challenging aspect of this construction is, as you know, Long Hill, certain areas are not flat. So in those areas, we have to construct lift stations. So lift station require property acquisition. So that's what some time consuming there. We need some more time there. And other areas are hard to excavate because of the rock. So it's going to affect the construction, but we're not going to stop. We have a plan in place. We have funding secured for this type of work. So I would say at least 2 to 3 years we're going to go that. In the meantime, we will get the Category 3 projects ready. Currently, we have made an application for amendment of the WQMM plan. And that's with the Morris County right now. They're reviewing it. Once that's approved, then we're going to start the process of, I think there's a service area extension involved with it. That BPU will get involved, as well as the DEP for TWA permits. So it's just planned out process for next 3 to 4 years that we're going to be, installing new sewers extension in the areas that we don't have sewers right now. So
You mentioned were you able to give us some of the street names or neighborhoods now?
yes.
Okay, that'd be great. That's what people want to
I
hear.
was just waiting.
No, that's what most of the
This is
public
a
asks
big
us
list.
about.
So Mercer Street, South Northfield, Long Hill Road, Central Avenue, Long Hill Road at Carlton,
Which one, Long Hill at? Long Hill at what, sir? I couldn't hear. Oh, Carlton.
Carlton.
Okay, Ken, here's the feedback, not your fault.
Okay. Long Hill Road, Broadview, Long Hill Road, Carlson, K-A-L.
Yep.
Apple Hill Drive, Jody Lane, Fenview Road, Deer Path,
Not your fault.
is it me or?
No. I've had problems with that microphone before you stood up today. At least the battery didn't. Oh. All right, sorry about that, Mr. Patel.
No
Go ahead.
No problem. Hollywood Avenue, Crestwood Road, Myersville Road, Upper Myersville area, Delaware Avenue, Baker, Sterling, Country Lane, Pleasant Plain Road, Mountain Ave, Sassafras, I may be mispronouncing. place.
Yep, that's correct.
Myersville Road, Lower Myersville, and other smaller streets and other individual homes that are already fronting the existing sewer that we're planning to install a
You
connection.
mentioned it was tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. The ones you just mentioned, do they fall into one or do they fall into all three categories?
So that's a good question. The first three that I mentioned, Mercer South and Long Hill Road, these projects are currently being bid to the contractor, right? So
Gotcha.
bullet 1, 2, and 15. Bullet 3 is slated for TWA. So bullet 3 is Long Hill Road, Central Avenue.
But if the committee would like, we can send a follow-up communication.
Why not?
with that.
Yeah, we got.
It's a
I
big
think
list.
just the
It's a
fact
big list, yeah.
Yeah, no, perfect. But at least you put some
follow
names
that.
out there, which is more than we've had in 4 years, so people are gonna be
I
happy.
believe in
Thank you,
conversations
Kyle. I think that's the
that
best route.
Mercer Street and South Northfield, is
Yes.
that what you said is going out to bid? That's like extension of sewer lines, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
So those are gonna be available to people shortly, once the project's done.
Correct. So we're gonna start construction later this year, and we're gonna work with the township. But then I think my estimation would be probably springtime. We should be able to finish the
That's good.
construction and then start giving them connections.
Yeah, and Deputy Mayor Pasurcha, to answer your question, the list we just provided does encompass all three categories. So
And that's what I,
we'll
to be fair,
clarify
that's
that,
what I thought.
but we'll, just to be
If
clear.
you had to estimate timeline to include all three categories, a lot of time, so you don't have to be granular right now. What, is that a 5-year timeline? Is it a 3-year timeline? What do you think?
I would say personally somewhere between the two. We are, for the category 3s, we are at the mercy of the county
And the
updating
DEP,
plan.
yep.
So that's gonna be our linchpin. The other two categories, we can move forward with as we can, and I think those certainly within, the next 3 or so years that they'll be.
Understood. Now, and I don't know if you wanted to pivot now, and I think this is a
That's
Jack question.
That's Jackson
How did you
chomping at
know?
the bit.
How did you know? Where do we stand on the sewer ban?
That was the next point that we were talking about. So we're approaching the 5-year anniversary of the purchase or the sale of the unit. And we are on target to lift the ban and allow connections. They will have, the applicants will have to make regular applications, and we'll review them, and make a decision on that.
We have our
But-
planning board chair in the back right now, so he's listening closely to that.
So that's a good news. Let me just see if I can. Right.
I'll add to that the last meeting, which you guys are, where we did a TWA, included a TWA agreement with Gillette Crossing, that went back to you guys, and now I guess you guys have to do your process of going to DEP and getting the permits and so forth for that, the approvals for that. So that's absolutely positive, so.
There'll be, just on that note, there will be more to come as applications come in.
Sure.
If they do fall within a TWA category, they'll require both parties to review and sign off. Once you guys do that, it comes to us. We have to do our internal review for capacity and everything, verify that we can accept it, then we approve. So
Just to clarify, has the ban been lifted, or is it going to be lifted by the end of the month?
it will be lifted later this month.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Kyle, you look bad. You came like Santa Claus today with more information than we ever had. So
Yeah.
no, thank you, gentlemen. If you can you email the list of the streets to Randy so we can
And you
post it?
disseminate it.
Yeah, and then Randy can disseminate it. But that's more information we've gotten, like 3.5 years. Thank you for coming. Mr. Kyle, thank you for everything you've done. Mr. Patel, welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.
And I hope we didn't drive you to another position.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And by the way, Mr. Patel, we didn't hide the fact that there are hills in Long Hill, hence our name.
That's the
You
name.
can speak to your management, it's Long Hill.
Correct.
All right.
They're long gone, don't worry.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much
No,
for
thank you for
for
coming.
allowing us to
Appreciate
provide
it.
updates.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Thank
Great
you.
update.
Good night.
All right. So now we'll try something new. The meeting's now open to the public for brief comments about ordinances that are first reading only. And resolutions. The stuff for second reading, obviously you can comment on that at the appropriate time. So this is only for stuff that's first reading. And you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Charles Reynolds, Millington. Thanks for initial opportunity of the new meeting format. Thanks to Committee Woman Aubrey Reichert Elaine. 4 comments. Comment 1, salary ranges, ordinance 574-25.
That's second reading. You have to vote.
No, it isn't. Why do you have the position of Public Safety Director on the list when you just had the new Chief of Police take the oath of office? This position is a direct slap in the face to the new chief. Where is the salary range for a police captain that was approved for the last meeting? Comment 2, compensation of officials and employees for calendar year 2025, Resolution 25-236. So the taxpayers can see the yearly salary increases, please include last year's salary with the new list of new salaries. Since we hired another expert, our HR consultant, the taxpayers deserve to have access to the normal distribution bell-shaped curve to reward our outstanding employees. Comment 3, an ordinance amending section 124-1 of the Township Land Use Ordinance regarding apartments in business zones, ordinance 564-25. What is so magical about the densities of 12 units per acre for apartments? During round 3 requirements for the affordable housing units, the planning board and the township committee approved 12 units per acre, which was achieved at Prism/Tifa with 11.9 units per acre, which includes 2.4 units of the Superfund site. You take that out, it's 15 units an acre, and Gillette Crossings with 12.04 units per acre, with the highest approved building in the township. You approved 12 units per acre where there are no subdivisions in the township in lower units per acre. Copper Lane, 54 units, 3.74 acres per unit. Chestnut Run, 32 units at 4.1 units. Sunrise, 132 units at 6.4 units. No Acres, 51 units, 6.7 units per acre. Please rethink something less than magical 12 units per acre for our community. Was this magical number created under political pressure by Prism and Elite Properties? Especially when Elite Properties got the upper hand at thermoplastics and held a gun to your heads because you didn't listen to your engaged experts. Once again, comment 4. Several of the land use ordinance changes mentioned substantial growth. New Jersey Municipal Land Use Law defines substantial growth as long-term strategy for development that balances economic growth, environmental protection, and social well-being for both current and future generations. Food for thought are the recently approved applications for Taco Bell and Wendy's substantial growth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for doing the inaugural 3 minutes. Anybody else regarding public comments to things on the agenda for the first time tonight? Anybody online?
Marianne Noonan would like to speak.
Well, you can ask her the other time. Yes, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Wait, hold on, Paul. We got Marianne online, I believe. No, you come up. We'll see if we have.
Yes, hi.
There we go. We hear you. Go ahead.
Who should go first? It doesn't matter to me.
Marianne, we can hear you.
Okay. Just want to make sure, I don't want, I sent everyone an email. I didn't want to waste anyone's time tonight. So, I did a bit of a scrubbing of the ordinances, and my focus was really on the residential. Commercial is commercial, that's another. But anyway, I hope you all have it in hand. It's pertaining to ordinance 577-25. And basically, I don't want to waste people's time, because I know this is the first reading. But I have 5 very specific questions. If anyone has read this or looked at it, if they could answer any of these questions now, that would be great. If not, we could table it to the next meeting. But I think it's critical, one of which I think most important was my number 3 regarding commercial vehicles. You know, there was a full
vehicles, you said?
Okay, for the discussion. And, you know, I see things a little different because I'm a resident outside of the sphere. But these 5 issues, I want to say, kind of stuck out to me. You know, something about a community shelter on the R30 zone, which I know would be me. And so again, if you had a chance to read it, and if you'd like to make a comment now, if not, you know, the next go round.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I did read it. I do have some call outs, but we can go through the rest of the public comments and then.
All right, Mr. White,
Okay.
you're up.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yo, yeah, you're good.
Great, great. I'd like to talk about the master plan. I thought it was actually going to be a bigger subject tonight. I didn't realize they were going to just go over a few things with it. I was looking at the master plan on page 38, 4-9. I don't know if anybody has this in front of them by any chance, or
The master plan, no.
Okay, well, it just shows the what they plan on changing, like the R4 to the R5. That happens to be my neighborhood over there, the R5. I think it's definitely headed in the right direction, because I think I mentioned this a few times to a few things about the lot coverage there, and how none of the lots are conforming to today's what is required today by the township. These lots are, you know, probably from 100 years ago, and what it has in R4 now is 20,000 square feet you need, and they want to change pretty much Milton, Doherty Avenue, Gates Avenue, which is really small lots, and I think it's a section of Long Hill on the south side, which you have lots there that are actually 40 feet wide, believe it or not. Yeah, it's crazy. And again, I've talked to a few guys about this. You know, people want to fix like their front porch. You know, it's within the 50 feet, and their lot is whatever 50 feet wide. They're required to have 100 feet wide. It's just then they gotta, you know, they gotta get their survey. They gotta get their lot grading plan. That's $5,000. Pay $3,000 to come in front of the board. Meantime, they just want to fix their porch for $1,500, and they're not doing it. So the porch is falling apart. That's just a quick example. Anyhow, so the R4 now is 20,000 square feet, which I have one of the bigger lots on Doherty Avenue, the second biggest lot on Doherty Avenue. I'm 120 wide by 150, so I'm under 20,000, and I have one of the bigger lots. Now they want to change the R5, which would be 10,000 square feet, which would help out a lot of people on the block and the neighborhood. But I believe it's, what I was reading here also on page 37, if they do switch it to R5, they're still gonna have it 100 feet wide requirement. It's still not gonna work, because nobody's lot on the block is 100 feet wide. A lot of them are 60 feet wide. Could you take this into consideration? And it's such a small, 3-block radius where they're doing this. If they could make the lot 60 feet wide, 10,000 square feet, and maybe the side setbacks 10 feet would be helpful. At least somebody can fix their house, like if they wanted to do their porch, their stairs, something, rather than, they gotta spend 10 grand and come in front of the board, which they're not gonna do.
Are you referencing 577-25 ordinance?
He's looking at the master plan.
I'm looking at the master plan, no.
But we're not, there's nothing about the master plan per se itself on the
But
agenda.
fair, and I agree with you, but since we're already halfway down
I just
this-
got told, Mr. Jones had told me, he goes, they're not addressing that time, like, I'm here, so I figured it can't hurt if I
Fair
just
enough.
bring this up, you
I
can
know-
make notes.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't part of the ordinance.
It's a little bit out of order, but.
I'm
thank
sorry
you,
about
Paul.
that, yeah. I
Jack,
thought-
can you explain for the public and frankly for us, what Paul's saying, if somebody, why would they have to go through a rigorous process to fix a $1,500 repair?
Because they have a non-conforming lot. So every time they want to do anything to their property, if they want to put a deck out back, even if it's within the setback.
Yeah, but 100 years ago was conforming.
Agreed, but if they want to expand in some way, they can certainly keep
But a
what they have.
porch is not expanding.
Well, it would only be an expansion. They can repair the porch within the same footprint. But if, like I say, a deck is a better example. If they want to put a new deck out back or a sunroom out back, because the lot is undersized, even if they're meeting all other bulk requirements, they would still have to go to the Board of Adjustment because of that fact.
So if the porch, I'll use a silly example, if the porch had 10 steps, but now it's gonna have 15 steps,
If you're extending.
is there any
farther,
way
you
to
make it-
avoid this?
Right. I'm sorry?
Is there any way to avoid what?
I think the only way to do it is to have realistic zoning that reflects current conditions. You know, it's one thing if you think the area's gonna be redeveloped and you wanna have bigger lots when it's redeveloped, but if those homes are probably gonna be there in 50 years, then it really doesn't accomplish anything.
It seems to me, and it is possible, somebody might buy 2 or 3 undersized lots and put a big home, but the owner should be on that owner, not on the current owner who lives in an undersized lot.
But it got zoned out from under the property.
Right.
Those lots were all legal when they were built,
That's my point.
and it happens everywhere, and it's a problem, I agree.
Yeah.
Because people, as Mr. Point said, you gotta go before the board, $3,000 or whatever in escrows and application fees, so.
I'll finish it, then Aubrey.
But
if
it's
you don't
hard,
mind.
it's hard to reflect one neighborhood, it's a small neighborhood.
Mhm.
So it's not an easy question. It's not an easy solution, I should say.
Fair enough.
That's what I was gonna ask about, was what is the solution, and based on the, you brought up a good example with the map and everything, obviously there's different zones within the map. The potential solution would be within each of those zones, you have specific requirements that reflect the nuances that are in that.
That's right, but you can't spot zone, so as I say, it's not an easy.
And if I could just add to something else, Mr. Pigeon, also the lot coverage is a big problem.
Right.
That's another thing.
Lot coverage, they already exceed the lot coverage, but.
I mean, it's like 25%, and, you put a house in a driveway, you're already over it.
Agreed.
And if I could also add, another example, was a guy on Gates, I think. He had an old staircase, and when you have your front door, whatever, you step out, you're supposed to have a 3-foot by 3-foot landing. His is all, whatever it was like 1.5 feet or something, and he was 50 feet from the curb. So again, to make the porch bigger now, I know what you're saying, you can replace the exact same thing, but he can't replace the exact same thing, because it's only 1.5 feet.
Right.
So if he goes and gets a permit,
Yeah, 'cause
they're gonna
it-
say, okay, you gotta extend it, because it's gotta be a 3-foot landing when you step out.
Doesn't mean it-
Now he goes,
construction-
okay, so now they go, okay, get a survey, get this, and he looks, and goes, the porch is a couple grand, I gotta spend 8,000 to come for, you know what, the porch is falling apart.
Yeah,
Why do you throw
no,
some cement on it? And
I
they
was
say,
just giving
you
an
know,
example. But I
Yeah,
agree.
I'm just giving you
Construction-
another example,
Yeah,
because I know you said you can replace it.
Right.
You're right, under the perfect circumstance, if it's a perfect 3-foot landing, but again, some of these houses were built, 70 years ago, they don't,
There were no building codes.
they have where you're walking out, and you're stepping down 2 steps sometimes, they wanna replace it and fix it. Again, we go round and round.
I think it's something to send to the planning board.
Yeah.
They'll be happy to hear. The studies.
Mr. Jones is very happy to hear that.
Yeah, but again, it's definitely, the way they isolated that one area, these are the problem. It's not much, it's 3-4 blocks, but I mean, if they take into consideration, like I said, they want to have 100-foot, across and, 10,000 square foot. I mean, again, most of the lots are 50 feet and 60 feet. There are some bigger lots. Like I said, I have the second biggest lot on Doherty Avenue. I'm 120 feet wide. But like my neighbors next door, Brozovskis, they're 60 feet wide. And next to them, the Frankens, they're 60 feet wide.
I live by the adage, at least in this room, that no good deed goes unpunished. So if an opening comes up on the planning board, I'm nominating Paul to fill that poll. Sorry.
Okay. Anyhow, but I just wanted to bring that up, and hopefully you can pass it on. And Mr. Jones had mentioned.
He
heard it. Well, he had mentioned. He had mentioned it might be a better time to address it further down when they were addressing this part of the master plan. I thought it was going to be addressed tonight.
That's
but
all right.
Since I'm here, I figure I might as well mention it.
aside, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, as always. Thank you.
All right, anybody else online?
Mary Ann would like to speak?
She already did.
No, there's a different Mary
Oh,
Ann.
all right.
Hello.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Mary Ann DeFinis. I'm at 140 Laurel Avenue, Sterling, New Jersey. I was trying to get information about the ordinance for the abutting commercial property owners being responsible for their sidewalks, improving of the sidewalks, or repairing them. And I wanted to have some kind of clarification as to what that means, because I'm not an attorney and I'm not an ordinance specialist. I was hoping maybe you can shed some light on that.
Jack will for you, Mary Ann.
Yeah, what it means
Thank
is
you.
that the abutting commercial property owners, rather than the township, will be responsible for maintaining, repairing, and replacing, if necessary, the sidewalks in front of or on the side of their property.
Okay, so I've been trying to contact, I've been in touch with Al Gallo, who I see in the audience. Hi, Al. And I've been asking him for years about trying to redo the sidewalks along Valley Road because they're horrible. There's big chunks of stone and, it's a tripping issue, and people with strollers can't even go down that road because, in front of Dunkin' Donuts, the Sterling Diner. But Al told me that it was county property and there wasn't anything that we could do. But how do we know what is county and what's not, and where it falls on the commercial business, or whether it's the town or the county?
It's a county right-of-way, but the township can certainly work on sidewalks in the county right-of-way with the county's permission.
But where there's commercial property, Jack, it's
The
the
commercial
responsibility of
properties
the
will now
commercial
be
owner.
responsible
Yep.
for those repairs, even though it's on a county road.
And I agree with you on those sidewalks, Mary Ann.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever walk down Valley Road, but it's treacherous, and there's a big hole in one piece. In front of the diner, in front of Dunkin' Donuts, in front of the old Bank of America, which is now Taco Bell. I was the one that would call the town and say, hey, can somebody do something about this property where Bank of America was? Because their lawn was up to the windows, and it was just treacherous. And so finally, I had somebody there at the town that was per diem at the time, and he reinforced and made sure that they took care of their property, even though they weren't there anymore. So if we're saying that commercial properties are gonna be responsible for this, how are we gonna enforce it? Because that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, through the code enforcement officer. If they don't do it, they can be issued a summons, and the town can go in and do it and charge them.
Okay, so what strip are we talking about? Is this for
Any.
any commercial business?
Any commercial property, yes, in the commercial zone.
So when I took videos and pictures and things like that of the broken up concrete on the sidewalks, who should I send that to as far as
You should send them to
someone
the
that
code
can actually
enforcement officer.
do something?
Yes, Mr. Andrus is the code enforcement officer. He's very good about getting people to comply with the code, so.
But he can't do it yet.
Yeah, he can't do it yet.
After second reading.
But I was under the impression we began, correct me if I'm wrong, Al, to assess the situation with the sidewalks, to see what,
That's with respect to the residential.
I thought it was both. I'm sorry.
We have a survey of sidewalks within the town. And, we have applied areas that are in need of replacement and applied dollar values to those to replace all the sidewalks, which Mr. Velez, you've talked about, is over $1 million, well over $1 million. So
Is that just for the residential, or does that include the commercial we're talking
I'd
about?
have to take a look.
Residential?
I don't have the information in front of me.
No, I'm not,
I did have it 2 meetings ago, but I don't have it in front of
Al
me.
said
No, I'm-
residential.
Residential, okay.
Yeah,
so that's just for the
Yeah.
residential?
but we can certainly.
I'm not concerned about the residential because, you know, I'm worried about like Valley Road and what it looks like and the abandoned buildings and the broken concrete.
That's
and
what
the
this is going to
you know,
try to
Yes.
sidewalk.
fix.
Especially since we're building, God willing, Central Park right across the street, we want to encourage people to use it and walk to it. We're going to have to have a pathway to get there safely.
We should survey
Right.
those sidewalks and then put the property owners on notice.
Yes.
It's their obligation to repair.
Absolutely.
So who would do that, like, who would instruct that?
That's not my,
So, like, would that be Randy saying
Well,
to,
Randy- yes.
DPW would be doing
Right,
it.
yeah, DPW.
just, just so we can close that loop?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so tell me again, who's gonna take care of this and how do we get it done and what can I do on my end? Because, like I said, I've made several calls to Al and, he informed me that it was held, it was on the county to fix the sidewalks. And I'm talking years, not just like recently. So I just wanna know that, like, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're
And
voting on it.
We're gonna clean up Valley Road because it really is an embarrassment at this point. Between the sidewalks and the abandoned buildings, it's just out of control. And I don't know if you guys realize it or if you walk the town, but I like to walk and I see all this stuff. And when I see it, it makes me crazy because our town wasn't like this before. And I don't understand why it's taking so long for us to get these abandoned buildings
We're working.
either knocked down
Thank-
or taken over.
Thank you, Mary Ann. We're working on that, and that's why we have the ordinance on for a second reading actually tonight, correct? Yeah, so second reading tonight. So this will be going sooner than you think. Because assuming it
Okay.
passes, then we'll move along and we can get that survey out and Mr. Andres can start doing his job, once he knows. All right, next order of business. Where are we, Madam Clerk? We're now at the ordinance section. So it's the first reading of the land use ordinance regarding apartments in business zones, 576-25.
I wanted to just bring up two things with these two, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you
Here
can.
we go. With both of these, I think in some cases, and maybe this was done, but the background on some of these, because I know these are obviously the first time we're seeing them, but the background on some of those, and it kind of, I think, goes with the committee requests I made a few times, about having the committees report out in terms of things that are going on. I don't think we need to see every nitty-gritty piece, but I think for some of these maybe bigger things, or before they come into ordinance form, to have those discussions to understand where the background is on them, I think would be very helpful. And I think that's for both of these that applies. And then also, I thought this, as well as we got some feedback from the public as well, in terms of the 577-25, the understanding the map and the pieces there with that rezoning and things like that, unless that was already issued and we've seen it and I missed it. But I think that's also an important call out that I know the public did, as well as I saw that when I was reading it. So I think this just reinforces that idea and about the committees reporting out in terms of what are big things. And I think the planning, maybe in zoning committees, more so than some of the others, because that really has major impact in terms of our town aesthetic, our livability, all of that. And I think that that's important if we have some of those key items brought forth before these ordinances come in to better understand the background.
So what you're saying, if there's something that's on the agenda, for example, a cell tower, which is coming up recently, that we should know about it.
Before somebody calls it, but before somebody haphazard kind of learns about it, I think this town committee should know about those things, or Wendy's, or whatever that is, prior to it becoming an ordinance, or prior to that being adopted
Well, no, it would
by
have to
those
be on the,
committees.
you have to be on their agenda, because we have no say over it, but you're saying we would at least like to know about it.
I think, I don't know, maybe that's not right, and Jack, you
No,
can,
we-
but I think we should know.
No, we
about
can
it.
know about it.
We've discussed, with respect to substantive ordinances, that we discussed it at one meeting and not introduced it till the next meeting, which is what you had suggested.
Right.
And
So-
the first couple ordinances we got from the planning board were really just
Already
housekeeping.
in work, okay, so
But
that's why I
these are
just
more
wanna, like,
substantive,
that's,
so-
I just wanna flag that, cause I saw these, I was like, I don't know any of the background for these.
So these were on for discussion, I believe it was 3 meetings ago, and they came directly from the township planner. And I had asked for them to go back to the planning board to make it so the entire planning board had visibility on these before they came to the township committee. So
Good call
these
out.
they've gone back to the planning board. It was discussed at the planning board. They then came back to us, and they will go back to the planning board for master plan consistency review and then come back to you guys for second reading and adoption. My understanding were these were cleanups that were taken under consideration by the planning board subcommittee that is going over the ordinances. So that is how these came to fruition tonight.
Thank you, that's helpful.
In conjunction with the master plan that
Yeah,
was just
thank
adopted.
you. And I just think also with that though, having that visibility, like this group should have that visibility, I think, more so, and I don't know the right way of maybe articulating that, but I think just to, again, better understand the background to it for us as well as the public.
So for clarification and out there, the ordinance 57625 was published incorrectly. We received the wrong ordinance from the planning board. The title for this should be Land Use -124.1, Apartments in Village and Hamlet Zones. And the sentence at the end, I think this is what Mr. Aronowitz was talking about. The gross density of all apartments on the lot shall not exceed 3 units per quarter acre is removed.
And I think just to better understand the rationale behind why these are coming up.
These are gonna be coming up for quite some time, because this is gonna be, they are doing ordinances in conjunction with the passing of the master plan to get the ordinances in alignment with the master plan. So this is gonna be an ongoing project, well into next year, I would assume.
I also think that, and not to say anything about Scott, but Scott is your planning board liaison. So if he was here,
Yep.
he might be able to shed a little bit better light
That's right.
Correct.
as to what happened from the planning board's
Because I just think
perspective.
otherwise, all of us see it and we're like, what is this? I don't understand the background.
Well, that's why you have township liaison people to each of those committees.
That's
To
right.
come back to report
Right.
on what is
Right.
updated with those committees and so forth.
I love that idea, assuming everyone is present at all of those meetings and
Certainly.
comes back and reports out. Just being honest.
Not that Randy doesn't do enough already. One thing we used to do.
If we just added more things.
But one thing we used to do is we would have the administrator put together a document, and it could have 20 items on it, and 18 of them may not have an update from meeting to meeting. But, yeah, that was under Neil Henry. And what would happen is, so it might say, cell tower, Millington Firehouse, so we would keep in mind. And actually, it would make Randy's job a little easier.
Right, and I
So
don't-
rather
I
than
don't
have to
Randy
answer
have to
you.
Write that, but like, the committee should be filtering that up to him to then.
Correct, and then it just gets added as an item, and very often, no update. But at least we don't lose track of Wendy's, we don't lose track of cell tower.
Right, because we're not tracking
Yeah.
on all those meetings.
So,
or all
actually,
those
I think,
things.
Randy, it makes your job easier, so you don't have Vic calling you on one item, Aubrey calling you on another. It's just in that simple
And
document.
it doesn't have to be all the different iterations of this, little baby, like, blade of grass went left instead of right, like, some of the more major things that really impact you.
Long Hill
overall
Road
aesthetic
East.
And, exactly.
Right, it's a paving project, right? And
Yeah,
so if if Randy didn't bring it up just moments ago, it might not be on our radar.
right. So I think that, and I don't know, do we need to, like, how do we institute that? And who communicates that then to the committees that needs to
I think
happen?
poor Randy, we just communicated it to him.
Yeah. And I'll talk to the department heads or.
But then you don't have 5 bobbleheads calling you every other day
Right.
for updates.
As a matter of fact, today, I'm still reviewing it, but I just got an annual report from the planning board zoning. So, with projects that have been approved over the last 3 years.
Thank you. I just think I think it'll help some of the dialogue and discussion as these come up. It'll just be a little bit more seamless because some of the rationale and background will be there.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, so,
So those changes can be made, because it's only introduction. So
Okay.
the ordinance will be introduced
with those
with those
corrections
changes.
on. All right, so this is, introduce 576-25. Anyone?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second?
Committeewoman Riker Elaine.
Yes, corrections that we talked about.
Committeeman Verleza.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchian.
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes, now we move on to 577-25, another first reading of the land use stuff. Can I have anything, please?
I'll make a motion unless, Jack, you wanted to briefly describe it.
I mean, it'll go.
It's up to you,
quicker if
Mr.
we
Mayor.
have
What do you want to do?
background.
I thought this is the same, I thought you gave the background on both of these.
You did, no, but I'm saying.
All right,
going
okay.
forward,
So-
just going
Oh,
forward, it'll
oh,
go
oh,
easier
okay.
if it's
It's the
talked
same,
about.
okay.
It'll be-
All right, so, well, it's the same
I'm trying
background,
to
I
help you
guess.
help
Yes.
yourself.
577-25.
There is a motion from Deputy Mayor Paserchian. Is there a second?
Second.
Committeewoman Riker Elaine.
Yes, with the corrections we discussed.
No corrections on
Committeeman Verleza.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchian.
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. All right, now we have the second reading, adoption of the salaries and wages for 574-25.
If I may jump in, the one that was published in the agenda is incorrect.
Okay,
It is the one that we discussed at the last meeting with a few different changes. Mr. Rentowitz was correct that, the public safety director shouldn't be on there. The captain should be on there with the salary range as described in the last meeting. I believe the clerk's salary went up. Shane, the community, was that one?
yeah, I forget what it's called.
Community director, community services director.
Yep.
Did that one go up?
I believe it did, yes.
So it will be the correct one that was reflected in last meeting's agenda and meeting minutes with the captain change.
All right. So the police director's gone. You fixed the thing with the salary, as Mr. Aronowitz asked for, and a couple other things. Again, just because there's a police captain position doesn't mean we're filling it. It's just there in case sometime we do want to fill it.
Right, the police captain has, actually, I read into the record the wrong number. So if you want to, that's the only thing that we're having a public hearing on tonight, is that, because that's what was added at the last meeting, the police captain position. It had a high salary of, I believe, $223, if I'm not mistaken. That should have been $203.
Okay.
So if the committee wants to just not approve that, and it won't be on the ordinance, that's fine. If you want to leave it, no harm, no foul. It is higher than the chief of police, but again, there's statutory protections against the chief of police salary, against any other officer within the department. So, and again, right now, we don't have a captain's position in place, nor do I think we're looking for anything in the near future.
Plus, it's just a range.
It's just a
and the
range.
actual salary
So for
will be set by
purposes of
resolution.
moving forward, just leave it as it is. It's kind of,
That's-
Yeah, if
Understood.
we need it, we don't, we don't.
understood. Yep.
Got it. Anybody from the public have any questions or comments regarding the salary and wages ordinance? Anybody online?
Anybody on Zoom would like to make a public comment regarding the ordinance, please raise your hand now. I don't see anyone there.
Motion to approve ordinance
you.
574-25.
So moved.
You mean second?
Me too.
Second.
Committeewoman Riker Elaine.
Yes.
Committeeman Verleza.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchian.
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. All right, the next one is with, Mr. Finnis already asked us about, 575-25, about the, making commercial property owners responsible for the sidewalks abutting their property. I'll open this up to the public. Anyone from the public? Anyone online?
If anybody on Zoom would like to make a public comment regarding this ordinance, please raise your hand now. I don't see anyone there.
Motion to approve ordinance 575-25 on second reading.
Second.
Committeewoman Riker Elaine.
Yes.
Committeeman Verleza.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchian.
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. All right, now consent agenda resolutions. Is there any on the 25-232 to 238 anything on here we need to discuss or anybody wants to discuss and/or recuse themselves with.
Mr. Mayor, can I just ask a question? Why do we need a consent resolution this evening to reappoint our incredibly competent municipal clerk? Why is that?
We'll probably be overly cautious, but the statute just provides for 4-year terms. It should actually provide that once you have tenure, it's
Exactly.
indeterminate. But it doesn't say that, so it's
So
just
in
overkill.
your opinion, it needs to be done?
We should
Okay.
protect ourselves. And it's just in the consent agenda, it's easy to do.
Did you not want to approve that, or did you want to pull
I-
it out, or?
For the record, let the record show I said our incredibly competent municipal clerk.
All right. Guys, do your thing.
So motion to approve consent agendas, resolutions number 25-231, 238. Randy's putting pressure on me.
Oh, 231.
I think I said it. It's done. We need a second.
You got it.
Second, anyone?
Second.
Committeewoman Riker Erline?
Yes.
Committeeman Verleza?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Paserchian?
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey?
Yes, committee reports. Guy, we'll start with you.
Nothing to report. NJ American Water did as good a job or better than I could have done, so yay.
They were good, thank you. All right, so we have, for the committee, for me, we had a community cleanup day on Saturday. I think it was pretty successful. Thank you to the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts that came out, the other residents that showed up to help out. I know there were a lot of junk picked up, and thank you to all the gentlemen down at the DPW who helped out and for assisting and getting everything set up, and Colette for putting the program together. Second, and thank you for Sterling Fire and the Fire Safety Director, Don Huber, for putting together the Fire Safety Breakfast on Sunday. Al, you raised a decent amount of money, right?
Yeah, 199.
They got 199 people they served. Again,
Wow.
thanks to all the volunteer firemen and their families that helped out. The Boy Scouts for hustling back and forth from the tables, taking orders. And the cooks, because as I say, anytime you go to Sterling Fire, you get a good meal. So thank you to the cooks. All right, that's it for me. What one do you have? Aubrey queued up first or Vic? Aubrey, you're up.
Okay. Library update. The library is open Monday through Sunday. We just hosted last week our seasonal book discussion modeled after the German tradition of coffee, cake, and conversation. Our adult schedule of activities is here. Adult and kid weekly schedules are shared on social media, newsletters, and through the school's Friday flyer, as well as posted around town. To note, there are free Italian classes on Tuesdays and free Spanish classes on Fridays this fall. Book to Boo. Check out books and earn raffle tickets to Bright Nights Light Show at Wagner Farm. The library shows free movies throughout the week, even on Sundays. The library is also hosting an evening Frankenstein Monster Movie Marathon this month. This is the season. Online cooking classes for all ages. Learn a new recipe at home. We have lots of great author talks, most of which can be watched live or recorded. Find out more on our website. And last but not least, the Friends of the Library are hosting a community Shred It Day on Saturday, November 8th from 10 to 1 in the library's parking lot. This event is a fundraiser for the library. Go for it.
That's it? You done?
Don't leave it in.
Excellent.
Should I not be?
No, I didn't know.
Other than I was gonna ask about the community, the committee goals and having somebody
New
come and
business.
report out and blah, blah,
That's
blah.
under
Well, I
new
mean, it
business.
goes with the committee stuff.
You want to do it then? I don't care what you do.
Well, I just going to keep bringing it up until I'm gone and then it doesn't happen.
Most likely. To be honest.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Aubrey.
You know why?
All right.
No, I want you to enforce something.
Yeah, let's
It's my time, guys. I've been waiting.
Knock it off.
You should
Let's
stay
go.
quiet, Matt.
All right. Our recreation update for October 8th is as follows. Fall is in full swings in parks and recreation. We are preparing for Halloween and keeping all the ghouls and goblins at bay. While Hicks Track still remains closed due to activity and repairs to the sewer lines that run along the area by New Jersey American Water, we hope that the park will reopen soon so that it can encourage some fall leaf peeping along the pathways. Please watch our website for updates on this. We are in the midst of the hiring process for our basketball programs, and we'll be posting information on the recreation basketball page of the website as the hiring process evolves. We are halfway through our travel basketball tryouts. All teams should be selected shortly. We're on. Oh, got me. Slide number 3, adult open basketball starts on October 16th and runs at Central School on Thursday nights from 7:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. until May 7th of 2026. Pre-registration on Community Pass is necessary in order to attend. More information is available on our website. Registration for the recreation basketball is now open and closes on November 1st. These programs are held at Millington and Central Schools on Saturday mornings. Please see the website for more information and register before November 1st. This is a hard deadline, so don't delay. All right. Moving on to slide number 5, there is still room to sign up for yoga Wednesday morning starting October 29th. Please register on Community Pass if interested. More information is available on the website. Get those costumes ready. Our annual Halloween parade is coming up on Sunday, October 19th at 3 p.m. sharp in Cantor Park. This is a fun and free event for all Long Hill children and families. Please come and join us.
Are you gonna be, judging?
If I'm there, sure.
Yeah, planning on being there. Gianna, as usual. The Long Hill First Aid Squad will be once again hosting their Trunk or Treat event in the Town Hall parking lot on Saturday, October 25th from 1:30 till 3:30 p.m. No registration is necessary. Come dressed and ready to trick or treat. Just added, Long Hill Parks and Recreation will be hosting a babysitting training class for students in grades 6 through 12. This course will be held on Sunday, November 16th at the Long Hill First Aid Squad training room from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. Students will learn tips on how to stay safe when they are home alone, watching younger siblings, or babysitting. Space is limited, so please register early. The cost is $119 per student. Please check out our website for more information. Oscar the Grouch is back on the prowl again. On Thursday, October 2nd, with the beautiful weather and schools closed, Cantor Park was filled with lots of students enjoying the park. However, lots of trash was left behind and not in the trash receptacles. We all need to work together to keep our parks clean for everyone to enjoy. We received lots of complaints about the conditions of the park on Thursday evening. We could do better than this, says Oscar the Grouch. And finally, last but not least, always looking for new members to join our Recreation Advisory Committee. Interested? Please contact the Parks and Recreation Department. And that concludes my recreation update. Thank you.
Thank you. Randy, you're up.
A couple things. The health department had shots today, got a clinic going on in the library. They had flu shots, I think pneumonia shots, and they had quite a good turnout. So it was a very good program. They were very pleased and look forward to doing it next year. They were using a registration program that was a little difficult to manage through. So they're thinking about changing that program for next year to make it a little easier for residents. Because when they came in, they only had 11 registered people, but they had over 30 people show up today.
That's good.
So, and a couple employees and a couple people from the audience actually took advantage of it. So that was great. Long Hill Road construction project is out on the streets. The bid is due on, I believe, the 17th of October, which will be put on the next meeting for awarding on the 22nd. So we're moving forward with that, with the state project, and we also have a application for the second half of Long Hill Road before the state as currently. So we should hear about that in November.
Yeah, we'll follow up with the state on that.
Yep. Mayor, that's all I have right now.
Thank you. Is this out of turn here, Megan? The approval of train station parking fees? Oh, okay. So we have a motion to approve.
If you wanted to discuss it first, I know that there was questions regarding, out-of-town residents versus in-town residents and trying.
Oh, you have numbers?
Honestly, it's about half in town and half out of town. Again.
In
you
each
can't-
of the stations?
Each of the stations. So with Gillette, it's 53 in town, out of town was 41. Sterling was 32 in town, out of town 13, and Millington is 21 in town, 33 out of town, and those are our yearly parking passes. We sold out of Gillette and Sterling for this year, and we do have the policy that if you do not, if you
get preference for.
yes, you have preference, but if you go to the parking lot that day, we also have the ability to do the Park Mobile app. So if there is a spot, you are allowed to utilize the Park Mobile app for dailies.
Is there a cutoff time? Can you do it anytime?
Anytime.
Whereas Chatham, I think it has to be after 11 o'clock or something.
Correct. We haven't had an issue, and we've been monitoring it very closely. And we haven't had any issues. Randy and I went to the Sterling and Millington train stations yesterday, and Millington usually is never full. Sterling, there was a few spots.
Yeah, a few spots open.
So again, we haven't had any issues. I think that we need to monitor it once more buildings go in and more.
Fair enough.
housing. But, for next year, I would suggest, keeping the rates the same. Keeping the parking passes the same and still utilizing the Park Mobile app.
Perfect. Jack, can you remind us what authority or legal right do we have to limit it to local residents?
Our lease and all leases across the state provide that you cannot discriminate against non-residents.
Gotcha.
Because
Unless you own it, which is Chatham.
Correct.
That's why it keeps
Exactly.
coming
Some
up.
own
Yep.
some of their lots, some other
Correct.
towns
So our stations, Gillette is owned by New Jersey Transit. Sterling, the north side of the tracks is owned by New Jersey Transit. We have a couple spots on the south side that township is township property. In Millington, on the cafe side is all New Jersey Transit. On the south side of the tracks, it is a municipal lot.
Understood.
Well, then, can we control it in the municipal lot?
Yes, we can limit.
We
it.
can.
There's a lot of, I think there's more spots there in that municipal lot.
We can, but right now, as Megan
It's
said,
not an issue.
It's not an issue. You know, I
Especially
don't,
in Millington.
you know, I don't think a redevelopment on Division Avenue will cause any issues, because I certainly would walk as opposed to pay a
Absolutely.
monthly fee to
Absolutely.
drive 500 feet.
I think, yeah,
So-
Megan's correct. Once the building starts in, say, Warren and Watchung, that could become an issue.
Yes.
Could become,
Especially
yes.
so, once you get a one-seat trip into Manhattan, which probably is about 7 years off.
Now, keep in mind, there is a lot of apartments already open in Warren, and I'm thinking of
Fair
King
enough.
George, which it still hasn't become a problem with us. So,
Awesome. And, by the way, I'm surprised nobody mentioned the significantly improved structure
I was gonna
Sterling.
give you the kickoff for that.
at zero cost, at zero cost to the taxpayer in Long Hill Township. Thank you to New Jersey Transit for working with Senator Bramnick and myself to bring a significantly improved structure to the Sterling train station. It looks a lot better. Hopefully, it's more functional. We would have loved to have had a enclosed structure, but unfortunately, we could not do that due to ADA guidelines. It would have cost about $23 to $28 million to comply with the ADA guidelines. So we did the best we could under the circumstances, and hopefully, the people that use the Sterling station enjoy it a little bit more moving forward. So thanks again,
Well done,
Senator
Vic. Well done.
Bramnick and New Jersey Transit.
And Vic.
And you, Vic, yeah, you started that.
Thanks.
You were like a dog with a bone on that one.
All right, so a motion to approve the train station parking fees for 2026. Swallow quick, let's go.
Oh, motion, sorry. Oops, I missed my cue there.
Committeewoman Riker Align?
Yes.
Committeeman Verleza?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurch?
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey?
Yes, all right, under old or new business, Aubrey, you want to talk about something?
Yes.
You get it.
So we've gotten most of my things through today, as discussed, thank you. But I have one more, so I wanted to speak to it about I'm excited we have a chief of police. I wanted to speak to, because it's been quite a journey to get here, making sure that we are supporting the chief and other potential leaders in the police department. We had discussed mentoring opportunities and things like that to develop, to not only support and give and facilitate the chief role, but then also, again, the other leadership potential that's in the department. And I wanted to make sure that we really solidify what that plan is with specific timeframes or milestones and things like that, so that it doesn't fall through the cracks, that we are making sure that we are taking the steps to support the chief as well as the other leaders, so that we're developing what is the future of the police department through the process of us being able to provide, whether it's the Chiefs Association, the mentoring, and all of that support for, again, not only the chief to fortify that, but then also, fortifying what that pipeline is as we go forward. So I wanted to make sure, the ask is that we have a specific plan and timeline, and we hold ourselves accountable to doing that in a timely manner to make sure that we're, again, supporting the police department now and go forward. And I think this was something that came up through this process, as well as I think some of the feedback that we've gotten either here or through other ways from the department, that really that's been a need consistently through the years, not only in a more defined promotion process, which I think is coming down the road for us, but then also giving them that support in terms of helping to nurture and support the leadership.
And Randy, can you explain, obviously, or we already got an answer to an extent, can you just explain to the public what some of those steps you put in place with Chief Chambrillo in the last few weeks?
Well, we're gonna be having a police, from the Chiefs of Police Association, a Chiefs Mentoring Program that will partner her with an existing chief in this area for guidelines to work with myself and the chief to come up with exactly what a game plan, if you will, and milestones and so forth along with that. We discussed the backfilling of promotions to replace those those vacancies, which we will move forward with. And by the end of the year, I expect to have the future leadership in place and training already started for these new leaders of the police department.
And that future leadership, so that mentoring and all that also, not only are we putting those people in those more elevated positions, but also giving them the support and mentoring.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And this is something that is routine in the corporate sector, so, and I know, Aubrey, you're an expert and had many years in that, and all you're doing is saying, this is something that we want to nurture and.
And I wanted to talk about it openly, because I know we think about it, we talk about it, but I wanted, just to solidify it with this team up here, but then also for the public, but also for the police department, so that they know that we're holding ourselves accountable to deliver these things, not just say we're delivering them, to actually deliver them in a timely manner.
Yeah, and obviously you weren't here for it, but after Chief Mazza, who you met tonight, retired, the ball was dropped on any training for lieutenants or the sergeants, and it's been in a stalemate pretty much for the last 4 years.
And I think that also falls on the shoulders of this committee and the administrator, that we need to make sure that we continue, that we don't let that happen again. And
Yeah,
that we
that's
continue to
the goal.
push.
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to talk about it, because I know we say that, and it seems sometimes we fall into these
No,
ruts.
we've
Let's
seen the
just put it-
aftermath of what happens, and
Right,
it ain't
so
pretty.
let's just all communally pinky swear, whatever it is, that's not gonna happen again.
I think we're all on the same page on that.
You think, or you know?
No, I know we are,
We know.
because we had to live through it, it's not pretty. You only lived through the end of it. All right, Guy, do you want to talk about e-bikes? I know,
Well,
You talk to Florham Park.
In fairness, and we have the resident who kind of brought it to us, and then as a result of that, I checked with, again, this group of 20 mayors, and all of them have something in motion. Some Florham Park already passed an ordinance last week. So what we did is we asked Jack to take a peek at it and maybe a stab at a potential ordinance to address this. And in fact, I heard a couple of state legislators talk about that very point.
It's got to be done on a,
so-
everybody's doing it in piecemeal. The state's got to
Correct.
act.
Yes, but until they do.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been in meetings with the most recent chief of police, officer in charge at that point, and Sergeant Sutton, who's a traffic sergeant, along with the superintendent for the schools, Lisa Scanlon, our rec director, gathering information of what they would like to see in an ordinance, because obviously, you know,
Fair enough.
these are the people that know our parks, know our schools,
Fair enough.
and you know, with the roads. So I think we'll have something ready, and we've looked at 5 or 6 different ordinances, Florham Park included. I think it might be very close to Florham Park. I think
It's a very good
I think
ordinance.
it is a very good ordinance, and it's very, very, very
Very thorough.
detailed.
Yes,
Very thorough. So
And I did adapt it in response to.
yeah, so I think we'll
But we
be.
might have some,
I think we'll be
Yes,
ready to
Forest and
discuss it.
Long Hill.
Yep,
Yep.
I think we'll be
Fair
ready to
enough.
discuss it as the new policy at the next meeting and have an introduction in November.
and thanks to Mr. Grosskopf, because he's been persistent.
And may I just reiterate what you said, Deputy Mayor? This is an area that's generally preempted by the state. But
Understood.
in light of all the recent tragedies, they haven't done anything, so I think it's, you know,
And
imperative.
I would think
that
in this lame
municipalities
duck
act.
period that we're entering, I highly doubt the state
No, they're not doing
would
anything.
want to
Right
intervene
now,
in this one.
probably not.
I guess also one thing I forgot to mention, I also was in contact with our risk managers,
Yeah.
probably the most important people, with regards to this, and they sent me some information on it also.
Excellent, thank you.
Good job. Oh, and I believe, I think, when I saw Lieutenant Chambrillo, or the chief, at the pancake breakfast on Sunday, I think I asked her about going into schools. I saw Chatham Township did it. And I think they said they're already talked to the schools
Yep.
about having an officer go into Millington and Central and talk to these kids about
Excellent.
watching what they're doing. So that's already in the
Yeah,
works too.
we have a date for the one on Valley, is that Gillette?
Millington.
Millington.
That's Gillette, sorry.
Gillette.
Yes.
And they're reaching out to Millington to try and get a date.
All right, good. So at least they're being proactive.
Yeah, because these kids aren't wearing,
No, they don't wear helmets.
They just don't wear helmets.
And also, they don't know, like, I've heard some of the things, like, from some of the tragedies in the other towns, they also don't totally know the, kind of like rules of the road, because
Yes.
they're younger, so
Not
that's, right, so like, that's another thing that compounds the issue.
I mean, years ago, when I guess all of us can, with mopeds, you had to
Yeah,
have
you
a
had to
permit.
have- there was rules.
There was rules, you had to have permits. With these e-bikes, you could be 10 years old
Yeah,
and not an
and
e-bike.
scooters.
But a silly question,
Yeah,
if you ride a regular bicycle, aren't you required by state law to
they're
wear a
like
helmet?
15 or
Yes.
something and under.
So
Yeah,
how is
14.
it possible a
They just
motorized
don't.
one?
I just think it hasn't caught up.
No,
Yeah,
you
they
have to
don't.
wear a helmet.
Yeah, they just
There's-
don't.
There are state
Okay.
statutes with this.
Well, yeah,
You have
they
to wear, with a motorized e-bike, e-scooter, you have to, 17 and under, you have to wear a helmet.
But for a
You can't
skateboard, I
ride
don't
them,
think
you
you
can't
do, which
ride
is
them on the
ironic.
sidewalks.
Yeah.
You gotta follow the rules of the road, just like any bike. Okay, so,
enough.
this is a part education program which the police are already have in motion.
Good.
And, you know, from what I heard today, believe it or not, that, the police get phone calls from parents saying, my kid wants to go to Cantor Park. What's the safest route for them to take to, Cantor Park from my street? And they say, quite honestly, they say, don't let them go on Valley Road. It's too busy. You know, so I don't know how you get to Cantor Park from anywhere in town if you know, they're recommending don't go on Valley Road because, you know, Valley Road has a lot of vehicles during the day and it's,
And there's not a lot of shoulder. and all
yeah,
the
it's not a
places.
lot of shoulders, so. But it's something that the state, I agree with the mayor, the state needs to take some action, but it's taken too long.
So that'll be coming
This
up
is
soon.
shock.
It'll be coming up soon.
All right, so announcements. Thanks to Yasmin DiGiovanni. She wanted us to announce the Long Hill Education Foundation is having their gala November 14th from 7 to 11. You can look them up online or on social media, on Facebook. And it's right there too if you want to buy tickets. Where is it, at Berkeley Heights? Or is it the Primavera? I can't see that far. Bridgewater Manor, wow. All right, $125, I don't know if it's a couple or person, but it's a great fundraiser, and it's a fun time, so get your tickets early. Thank you. That's the only announcement I have. Any blood drives, plasma drives, egg donations?
There's gonna be a blood drive soon, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. And Vic, maybe repeat the trunk or treat and
The trunk or treat?
the both of them. There's the Halloween parade and the trunk or treat,
Oh, the
right?
trunk or treat, yeah. I thought she
That
said-
was in the.
He did it, but
All
just
right.
maybe, Mr.
So
Mayor,
as a
maybe you can.
reminder,
What's the date?
The trunk or
There you
treat
go.
event in the town hall parking lot is on Saturday, October 25th, from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. No registration is necessary, but you have to come dressed and ready. All right? And as far as the our annual Halloween parade is on Sunday, October 19th, at 3 p.m. sharp in Cantor Field. This is a fun and free event for all Long Hill children and families. So please, again, that's a great event, by the way. I love that event. Hope to see everyone there on October 19th at 3 p.m. sharp.
There was an email.
Didn't I tell her? Oh, maybe I back to tell her. See her. All right, any other announcements?
You guys
Seeing
will
none?
miss me when I'm gone.
Public meeting, open mic time. 3 minutes, come on up.
Open one.
Evening all.
Good evening, Tom.
First and foremost, thanks to Ms. Aubrey Reichert for your term on this august committee. You've done some good things. You've shaped these guys up. And thank you, Guy, for, Deputy Mayor Patricia, for bringing up the e-bikes and for taking up
Thanks
on that
to you.
mantle and going with that. It's greatly appreciated. We talked earlier about, you did, about parking and the parking permits. And I think it's in here, and I know we spoke about it in open session, about the people who I know we can't just give it to township residents first. That goes against the state code, right? But I believe, Jack, that you told us that people who currently have a permit this year, let's say they bought the annual permit, they can re-up before anybody else gets to.
Yeah, I
So-
thought we
so
could
that-
do
that's-
that,
that's-
but
that's
I think
embedded in
based
it?
on the split, it really wouldn't accomplish anything.
I mean, again, we have parking available daily through Gillette, Sterling, and Millington, where we're able to have daily parking passes, so.
But we also have a lot of non-residents.
Correct.
Right.
Seasonal permit holders.
So it's
as
almost
well.
half, so do we want to re-up those people that aren't necessarily out of, out of Long Hill?
Yeah, we can't give notice to our residents first,
Right.
renewal, and then
Right.
give notice to the
Right.
non-residents 3 weeks from now.
Right.
Right, you can't tier the date either,
That's what
right?
I'm-
Is that what you're saying?
that's
Like,
what
you
I'm
can't, like, you
saying,
can't notice everybody at the same time and say, okay, residents.
Wink, wink,
Correct.
go by now.
Right.
But you could notice everybody who has current permit
Yes.
Yes.
and allow them a day or two, a window of some sort, to allow them to come in, re-up, and then whatever's left over can be open. I'm not worried about 2026 so
I
much.
think we can, but I think based on the split, it
You want to protect the residents, so it doesn't protect
Right, I
the
think
residents.
it's just,
doesn't do it,
it's a
because
nice to
There are
have.
already so many non-residents.
I'm not worrying about 2026 so much, because we do have the room.
Okay.
But when we get to 27 and 28, if we don't have something in place now, it could slip right past us, and then all of the people of all the buildings that we've seen all around are all gonna try and come to this lovely town that has 3 train stations, a big sale item, guys, you were saying, a 1 seat into the city.
It's good, when that happens,
It's gonna be
going
nasty.
to change
Well,
dramatically.
So so I don't think it's a bad call out.
Hmm?
I'd like to attach speeding on the way to train stations into that, but I know that we can't have that because
Right.
it's hellacious,
Yes.
hellacious, but I don't think it's a bad call out to do it now. I know it's only 53, 51, like it's not, but
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can do
think
it and
it's
put
a
it in
bad call
place.
out.
If that's your,
There's no reason not to.
yeah.
Just, yeah,
I-
and
no,
it'll be
I-
said, and as the future comes, it comes.
When I commuted to this reduction, I let preference for renewal.
Sorry, you got a few more because I was talking during your screen.
I will-
I'll be fast on the next 2.
Sorry.
real briefly, you probably don't recognize this because when you're here, you're not at home, right? Doesn't that make sense? But when I'm at home and I'm watching you folks, yeah, I'm not bored. I watch you guys.
You're
But,
bored?
some of the microphones you can't hear. And when I'm here with the zoning board and the other group, you can't necessarily, these microphones don't work well. As you can see, there's no microphones over there. This one gets used over here, wherever we need somebody. We happen to have 3 there today. I don't even know if all 3 of them are working, but it needs to be reviewed, the audio system. Unless you actually live through it, you don't hear it. Like Aubrey, I think it was you earlier, I was in the back. I could hear you in the room, but I know that I couldn't hear the microphone.
Okay. I think it's also like turning these on or off, which I
yeah.
don't usually turn on. Like I just turned it on now, but I usually don't.
And
That's probably that's my bad.
And these electronics are from when we bought the building 20-something years ago.
No, that's not true.
I thought we upgraded.
Yeah,
Did we?
Unfortunately,
Because
yes.
I know we upgraded this system, but I don't think those the base of the microphones, maybe the microphones themselves.
This is property of Long Hill Township of 20474, which is more recent than 20 years ago.
So I think we just need to make sure we turn on our mics. That's I mean I know
I got
don't.
20471 over here.
There you go.
And my last thing to talk about is, what do we have in place as a procedure for where there's a peril from a county-owned land? A peril. There was a dead and dying tree. In this case, I've reported it a couple of times. I was fortunate enough to go down my street slow enough, slower than 45 or what you were saying, going down my street slow enough that the tree did not kill my wife and myself as it crashed across a neighbor's property. I called it in a couple of times. It was not in our right-of-way, and that's understandable, but it was on county property. Could a phone call or something be done when we see a tree like this, that somebody from the township can reach out to their corresponding person in the county and have the county take care of it?
Where was this tree?
That's on the corner of Milton and Mitchell.
That's not county.
Yes.
It's a county piece of property over there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Right stuck in the corner. Mhm. I'm not
I
trying
mean,
to
we
call
do
you out,
give,
but
you know,
I'm not
we
saying it's
do
you,
give
but somewhere there's
notices to
miscommunication.
property owners. So,
Mhm. It did. And I got to drive on my neighbor's lawn to get out of the corner of the house, my street.
yeah, it was on the wire, took a wire, lowered the wire.
Are we allowed, Jack, to, I mean, the county, we have a great relationship with the county. Are we allowed to address it if it's a clear and present danger?
Yeah, we could if it were an emergency.
And then just send them a bill?
They probably wouldn't pay it, but yeah.
And Al, to your point, I didn't know that.
Immediate danger, yes, we could.
But Al, to your point, I didn't know that was county property until this week. I was just told it was not in a right of way and we can't do anything until it falls. And
that's the big issue in town, even on township right of ways, there's hundreds and hundreds of trees.
Mhm.
I get daily calls about people's backyards that are township owned properties.
Mhm.
It's a problem, but.
Good
I'm
for
gonna
them.
look at what the town spend on
We have
trees
to
that are
pay.
in backyards.
how much do funeral costs?
Well, that's.
This one almost took me out.
That's discretion about where the tree is, right? It
Right.
could be 200 yards of woods, it's not gonna hurt anybody. There's dying ash all over, it's private
Mhm.
property, so there's a lot of factors.
And this one took out a power line and it crossed the street and could have killed residents. I'm just saying that there's got to be a better way. I'm not trying to beat you all up, saying we all have to be, omnipotent, when a tree's going to fall, what's going to happen, when lightning will strike. I don't know. But if we don't talk about it, nothing gets done. Right? And a quick one. Megan, if you thought I was serious in any way when I was communicating with you about a prior meeting, the one that was when you folks were all here early, your meeting closed out. I turned on I tried to get into the Zoom, and an old meeting came up with the same timing. So I'm like, no, they're there, I can see it. And Megan's like, no, it closed out at 8:27, Tom. I took a picture, I'm like, look, it's on right now. It actually lined up exactly. So I'm thinking I'm crazy, and I'm trying to, well, I am, but not certifiable, according to the doctors. I don't know if we, on rebroadcasts, if we want to put something like that on. I don't know if we even have the ability to put it on, so
So
that
why
there is
did it
nothing.
roll to the
It
meeting?
was probably just the regular broadcasting,
Mhm.
that it was
Right.
just rebroadcast.
And what's weird is it lined up.
Lined up exactly. It was odd, very odd. So, and so there's, I don't know if you want to put rebroadcast on something, or I don't know how or what. But
I can follow up with the DNS and see if that's.
Thanks, Tom.
I'm here to help. Thank you all.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Tom.
much.
Thank you, brother.
Mayor,
Hey.
one last thing, we're gonna post on the website, PSC&G will be doing road work, milling and paving, from their work, earlier this year, starting next week.
Where?
All over the streets that they did. They wanna get this done before the end of October.
That makes sense. All right. Anybody online, by the way?
Charles Arenowitz, Millington. Mr. Dennis Sandow provided me with Resolution 00-321, imposing the voluntary sewer ban. The mayor at the time was Sue Dapkins. This was executed on September 13th, 2000. We had a presentation tonight that really didn't answer the questions. I brought this up to you before. You told me the township engineer is going to certify that we've got all the regulations in place that we can end the sewer ban. But from this resolution from September 13th, 2000, we sold the plant. We've got an engineer that's going to certify everything got done. And this release from the sewer ban, is it going to New Jersey American Water? Is it going to this committee? Is it going to our engineer? And we've got 12 days or we can take legal action. So please clarify the discussion tonight on what's going to happen in 8 days. Or doesn't happen, what actions are we going to take?
I think he just told, well, as the sewer ban, he just told us, it's gonna be lifted on time.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm asking? Who's lifting it to whom?
DEP's lifting it to NJAW since they own the plant.
Yeah.
Say that again. You can speak into the mic.
DEP will lift the ban that is presently imposed on New Jersey American because they own the plant.
So what do we have to prove that they met their obligations under our sale agreement in 8 days?
Well, again, if they met, let's say, for example,
Understand what I'm asking. I want to know
what you're asking.
what proof are we going to have that this sewer ban is ended in 8 days?
he said by the, is it 8 days, said by the end of the month?
Yes, at 8 days. October 20th.
Technically, it's
Well,
October
that is-
22nd, but
Yes.
if they do it by the end of the month, we're probably
Speak into the mic, please.
if they do it by the end of the month, we're probably not gonna sue them.
But how are you going to know? What are you going to get? What proof are we going to have that the sewer ban has been lifted based on this resolution from
I don't know.
2000?
I don't know if they have like a ceremony.
Well, somebody better find out because we got 8 days.
CEP will issue
Yes.
A letter
a
or
letter.
something.
And we're going to get that letter on the 20th of October.
I don't know that.
We don't know what the
I don't know
I don't
it
know
either.
what
We
DEP's
can't
gonna
control
do.
the DEP. You've dealt with that.
Exactly. So on October 20th, if we don't have notification that the sewer ban is lifted, what action are you going to take?
I'll make a phone call to New Jersey American Water.
And what are they going to tell you? If they say we don't have it, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna ask them to follow up with DEP.
Are we going to file suit?
Threatening
That would
litigation.
be, I
We
think
should
that would
threaten
be a way,
New Jersey American Water.
I mean,
A
I don't know
lawsuit?
if that would be the best use of taxpayer money, instead
don't
of-
go there with
instead of-
that. Don't-
instead
please
of
don't go with
working-
saving
instead of
money.
working with
Don't
New
go
Jersey
there.
American Water and DEP. Well, you asked the question, I'm
Yeah,
trying
but
to answer it.
don't say you're going to save money because
Okay,
we
I'm
spend
not
money
gonna, I
like
didn't
crazy.
say we're gonna save money. I
Cut-
said it's not a good use of taxpayer money.
Oh, that's
to-
a new
The
process.
contract only requires that
Okay.
they have done everything
Yeah.
necessary to get the ban lifted.
Well, I
They
mean, we've
said
got
tonight-
8 days to
let- let me
decide this.
finish,
I mean, you've
please.
got plenty of time.
Let me finish. But they said tonight the ban will be lifted. later
How
this
did they
week.
know that?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, we better find out. We better find out. Because when's the next meeting here?
22nd.
There you go.
2 weeks from now. 14/8/22nd.
I am not confident. I said that 4 months ago. We have no answers. We don't know what we're going to do. Well, we're going to get a letter. We're not going to get a letter.
They said, I doubt they lied tonight.
Oh, come on.
They went on public record, so
They did it on TV.
So what are we going to get them? Contempt of court? It's all yours, Mr. Sandow.
Thank you, Mr. Redowitz. Why are you grinning, Mayor?
I'm just listening to the contempt of court comment.
My name
I
is
got charged with that.
Dennis Sandow, Millington. If I may, I'd like to add a little bit of precision to the questions that Mr. Arendowitz raised. My first question was going to be, who among us was in the room on September 13th, 2000, when the sewer ban was passed?
I say Dennis Sandow was.
There were two people.
Oh,
Two
Jack,
people.
I apologize. And Jack.
2000, yes.
Yes, there were two of us in the room at the time. That was a quarter of a century ago. My God, we're getting older.
Beats the alternative, then.
So at any rate, the resolution was passed. Thank you, Megan, for digging out the copy for me. But it is not clear to me whether or not that resolution to impose a sewer ban was a resolution by the municipality or a resolution by the sewer operator.
We were the sewer operator. We were the sewer operator at the time.
Yes, I know that. So my question is, in order to lift the sewer ban, if the sewer ban was imposed by the municipality, does the municipality have to take action to lift it?
Then.
We don't own it.
No, the sewer ban.
Now, listen to the question.
I understand your question, but the sewer ban.
I know you do, but the guy doesn't, and he was interrupting me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Sandow. Continue.
If the resolution was a resolution by the municipality to impose a sewer ban, does the municipality have to take action to lift the sewer ban? And if that original resolution was a resolution by the wastewater plant operator, which was us at the time, does the sewer plant operator have the obligation? This is complicated by the fact that there is a contract between the municipality and the sewer plant operator, that the sewer plant operator will lift the resolution within 5 years. But on the other hand, if the municipality imposed by resolution imposed the sewer ban, does the municipality have to take some action for the record to lift the sewer ban, even if the actual ban itself has to be executed by the operator with the DEP?
No.
And it all gets to be a little confusing to me, and that's my comment.
No, because the ban is on the facility, not on the operator per se. So it doesn't matter who owns it at the time the ban is lifted.
I thought that was a good question, though.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course.
Now, in addition to that, I have to point out to you that for the past month, literally for the past month, there have been trucks parked in front of my house as part of some sort of project to line the sewer mains. And it goes on and on and on, and they are making all kinds of horrendous noise, and I can't understand why lining a sewer main with a plastic sleeve should generate so much noise. But at times there are as many as 10 trucks there. Now, I know the cost of driving 10 trucks. It means 10 laborers, minimum, as drivers. And all that cost is accruing to our sewer system. Now, in 12 days, the rate freeze expires. And stop shaking your head till you hear the rest of the question.
It's a long question. It's gonna be a short answer.
Originally, we thought that we were going to be part of a statewide averaging pool. But if you read the tariff, Schedule 14A is a tariff that applies specifically to Long Hill. And that tariff was amended last September, September 24. It probably will be amended again because in the September 24 amendment, there were specific benchmark rates that kicked in on October 20th of 24 and on October 20th of 23. Now, what I don't know, and this is just a comment because I don't imagine anybody else knows either, are they going to file a new tariff? Are there going to be new rates effective on October 20th of 1925? Are they accumulating all the costs of upgrading our system? And are they planning to pass that through to our ratepayers in their next tariff because of the fact that they are operating a specific schedule, 14A, for Long Hill? And the final question is, when and if they do revise the tariff at the end of the 5-year period, does the senior discount go away?
But I don't remember senior discount. I guess it's called tariff in the contract, and I remember the numbers. It's something like 9.5% over 5 years cumulative. So you referenced 23 and 24. Whatever that schedule worked out to, it comes out to like 9.5%. I forget what the senior discount was. How much was the senior discount?
$40 a year.
Better than a kick in the teeth, I suppose.
According to their tariff, it was $40 a year. I don't know what I was not paying prior to the sale.
Gotcha.
But at any rate, the fact that they are accumulating costs and have a specific separate schedule for Long Hill suggests that we might have a massive increase at the end of the 5-year period if they file a new tariff with all the additional costs that they've been accruing. Yeah, right. No,
Jack's looking up. Jack's the lawyer. Thank God I'm not. But
You can't, yeah, they could do whatever they want to do, but
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
we don't know the
okay.
I'm looking for the.
I know you don't know the answer, but we're down to 12 days before D-Day.
Yes, and if we get an answer, though, it's still not, we can't control that anymore.
Also, these guys dumped us a dumpster in the middle of my cul-de-sac without putting cones around it, and it's a real nuisance to have to navigate around a dumpster that's been sitting there for 2 days now. And I don't know why they need a dumpster to line pipes.
I probably shouldn't say this in public, but you said for many years that you have so much junk in your house that you want to throw out. I would take advantage of that.
All right.
Okay, second question.
Whoa, we're just way over, hold on.
I have a comment on the sewer ban. It was actually a voluntary sewer ban with a gun to our heads, but as I understand it, New Jersey American is now under a separate sewer ban since they're the operator of the plant.
Oh, so, okay.
As I recall, Jack, the reason that we passed a voluntary sewer ban was the DEP was about to shut us down anyway and fine us. And by passing a voluntary sewer ban, we got one step ahead of a fine.
That's why I say it was voluntary in quotes. I have that letter here, actually.
All right, thank you.
Okay, comment number 2.
Just say comment number 5.
Nobody else gets timed, Mayor. I know you want to go home, but bear with me. What's 94 years old and falling apart?
Wow. Ordinarily, you would go.
And I can think of at least a couple people in town that fit that character. What's 94 years old and falling apart is the Valley Road Bridge. to Bernard's.
The county was supposed to be working on that
And
5 years ago.
in 2018, 7 years ago,
Okay.
they came and did a dog and pony show and put up all kinds of plans, did public surveys, and for 7 years, nothing. And now, within the past 2 months, they have actually upgraded the website that they created 7 years ago. And they have promised a new round of public information during the fall of 2025, which gives us 2 months to get on the calendar. Well, they have shown a master schedule that says the project will be done in 2031, which will make it exactly 100 years old. But the first item on their master schedule is public information, fall 25. Except when you click the link for the detailed schedule of meetings, to be determined. So would somebody please get in touch with Somerset County and find out when they're going to come to Long Hill with the next version of the 7-year-old dog and pony show? And are they actually going to get busy and do some work?
And Randy's gonna add that to the 20-page document I asked him to do.
All right.
And the third item is an item that was not on my agenda for tonight. I was going to save it for the next meeting of the Board of Health, but since Randy brought it up, let me just summarize what happened this afternoon in the library. First of all, they were underprepared. I came in at the last minute, and I was number 26, which means maybe they handled 30 people more or less in 2 hours. For a town of 8,000 people, that's not much preparation. And at 2 o'clock, they promptly struck the camp and moved everything out, and they were done. The advance flyer said there would be a nurse doing blood pressure testing and that sort of thing, BMIs even. There was no nurse there, none of that happened.
Yeah, there was.
Hmm?
There was a nurse there.
Nobody took my blood pressure.
Did you ask?
Who was I to ask? There were people running all over the place in uniform. And the third question is, the shots were actually administered by a druggist from Wegmans in Hanover.
Correct.
Not by a nurse.
Correct.
And I want to know who paid that guy. Did my tax dollar pay him?
No.
Who paid him?
The same person that pays them when you go to Wegmans and get it done.
Except the flyer said, bring your insurance cards, and nobody asked for my insurance cards. So I walked in and out with insurance cards in my wallet, and nobody knows who's going to pay for my shots.
That's on Wegmans.
Yes, that's on Wegmans.
Yes. They
I don't
treated
know
you.
what, well, yeah, but I wasn't dealing with Wegmans. I was dealing with with the Bernard's Health Department, which is your
Bill
contractor.
tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
I was disappointed. Are you going to throw me out now, Mayor?
No one's going to end the meeting. You can stay
Yes.
all night.
Thank you, Dennis.
Dennis, thank you.
That motion, please.
Well, is there
to
anybody
adjourn.
online? Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Motion for the Yankees to score 3 runs. They're down.
Not happening.
Mike,
Oh.
There's no mic here.
no.